Hello, how's it going?
Hi, it's going great.
What brings you to the NSTA?
So, I teach third and fourth grade science in London, England, at the American School in London. This is my first time to come to an NSTA conference, and I'm just really super excited to learn more about what's happening in the world of education and science.
And why did you get in the field that you're in, if you don't mind me asking?
So I trained as an organic chemist. I have a PhD in organic chemistry, and I taught college chemistry for years. And I've just recently switched to being elementary school science, and it's just a whole different world because you're looking at conveying concepts from a much earlier point than when you get kids at college who already have a lot of that background.
Why do you think conferences like this are important for communities?
It is mind blowing how many people in the education field are thinking really, really deeply about student learning and communicating ideas and making every child into a good citizen scientist and having the tools to interpret data and make decisions and make changes.
That term that you use, good citizen scientist,
Mm-hmm.
what is that to you personally?
So I think one of the things that used to happen is we all had this vision of a scientist as being someone in a lab coat, and they were in a sterile lab, and it was all very ivory tower. And the reality is that each one of us is responsible for understanding the science around us, and we can make observations, and our observations matter. And if you take all of that data together, and now we've got these amazing tools to take data and process it and see trends and recognize patterns, that's what a citizen scientist is doing.
Why did you get in the field that you were in, like science? Like, why did you become a scientist, if you don't mind me asking, or
Oh,
to pursue it?
grew up really lucky that my family was interested in science. We had access to outdoor spaces, so I originally wanted to be a forest ranger. Yeah, and work in a national park. I thought that would be great. It probably is amazing, but I discovered that I really wanted to talk to more people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you remember maybe like a science project that you were a part of that you were like, okay, I want to do this as a career?
Oh, the first science project I remember being a part of, my mom, bless her, did an experiment showing how electricity worked. And they used like a hamster cage and put ping pong balls and moved the ping pong balls through the hamster cage, like those maze type things to show the flow of electrons that make electricity.
Oh, wow.
And that was just so cool.
Yeah.
But then I did all the way through elementary school and high school. I did summer camps with the Wildlife Federation and Audubon Society and looking at the natural world and how we can preserve and protect it.
With a topic speaking amongst the colleagues here at this conference, what is one thing that really stands out to you that you look forward to bringing back to your community?
Mm. I think the idea of student voice. I think our students are looking for ways to share their passions, and we need to capture that early while those so let them still be learning, let them still explore the ideas, but give them more choice. And a lot of the sessions that I've been to today, really we're looking at tools to do that.
Why do you think that's important moving forward?
There is this sense that you either have a sense that you have all the answers
Mhm.
and you don't have to listen to anyone else, which that we need to counteract because there's a lot of information to process and we need other people's opinions, and the more diversity of voices that we have, the better our science is going to be. So there's that part, but then there's also this part of people feeling like they don't have any power and they can't make a difference. And understanding science and knowing how to communicate about science tells you that you can make a difference.
Yeah, it seems like the word diversity is being brought up a lot with this conference. What does that mean to you personally?
I think the theme of the conference is "You Belong Here," and that is true. There is a place for every single person in the world of science, and it can be neurodiverse, it can be racially diverse, it can be a difference in coming from a state that is all about coal and oil versus a state that is banned, and only electric vehicles. All of those voices have to be come together to help influence policy, to help influence change.
Uh, Change. What is it that you look forward to, with science moving forward?
look forward to. Um, there are things I worry about, but I think the things that I look forward to are the way that we are creating new solutions, and we're looking at solutions that have never been thought of before, and we're using tools that haven't been thought of before, and the integration of fields. So I trained as an organic chemist, but I now do biology and environmental science, and I use my chemistry all the time, but across a much broader spectrum.
Uh, have you learned anything new that you look forward to going back home and researching more into?
Oh, yeah, there are some
Sweet.
excellent things with VR and that type of thing that I haven't had a chance to play with, and I've gotten to today. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can do this. Except I keep falling over when I put the headsets on.
VR, yeah, virtual reality. Why do you think that's important, like moving forward, or what do you think is, gonna change? I guess from implying that to students.
I think it's about providing access. Um, in some areas of science, we've cut back on being able to do labs because of health and safety concerns or budget concerns. But those skills and those powers of observation and data processing are key. You've got to have them. And I think VR gives a chance to re not quite, almost recreate the lab experience. And they're getting much more sophisticated. They're getting so that they let you make mistakes the same way that you would in a lab. And you can then roll that out to much more diverse groups of people and a lot more access.
If you would say like one barrier that is maybe preventing the diversity in the science community, just off the top of your head, that maybe you think could be worked on.
I think a lot of it is seeing yourself in science, and I think that's where that idea "if you belong here" does make a big impact. If all you see on TV and all you see on podcasts and such are the same type of people doing science all the time, and you think that it has to be this big high level science all the time, not the citizen scientist. So the more we can showcase that, and the more we can highlight the effect that you can have as you're counting butterflies in your local park, that I think is going to make a big change.
Definitely.
Michigan.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. And moving forward with science, what is it that you're looking forward to in the future?
I just think that we have an opportunity to reverse, to be smarter. We're going to make science smarter.
Okay. Thank you so much. You have a
Yeah.
great one.
Thanks.